Prepare to embark on a journey of epic proportions as we unveil the Aphrodite League, the ultimate battleground where the most skilled players in Legends of Runeterra clash for eternal glory. Within every league of this all-year tournament, 8 players test their mettle each month, vying for promotion, fighting against demotion and etching their names into the annals of Runeterra history. The qualification tournament serves as the ultimate trial by fire, determining the initial hierarchy of the Aphrodite League. Here, all entrants clash in an epic free-for-all to claim their starting positions within the league system. Only the top contenders ascend to the Alpha League, while the remaining ranks are distributed evenly into subsequent leagues of 8 players each. The tournament adapts to the number of participants, creating as many leagues as needed to uphold the structure. Those who falter and place beyond the cutoff, however, find themselves cast aside, their aspirations halted at the gates of competition. As the league takes shape, 8 champions emerge from the ranks to form the roster for an example run.
It's Draven time!
Follow the wind, but watch your back.
I'd rather be anywhere than here.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
Another day in the field.
I am more than I seem.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
I'm always up for a round or two.
On the first Saturday of the month, the league commences with a double round-robin group stage where players are divided into 2 groups of 4 based on their seeding. Each competitor faces every other player in the group twice, fighting tooth and nail to secure a coveted top spot. Matches here are more than just victories, they are already stepping stones to the final stages. The rankings at the end of this phase determine the seeding for the high-stakes playoffs. The second Saturday of the month transforms the competition into a dynamic playoff bracket that tests both skill and resilience. Players are matched based on their performance in the group stage, with the number of wins required to advance to the finals directly tied to the rank in the groups. Higher ranked players benefit from shorter paths, needing fewer victories, while lower ranked competitors must navigate a more grueling journey to keep their championship hopes alive. In this system, every match carries significant weight. Top performing players from the group stage enjoy a distinct advantage, but even those starting in less favorable positions have a chance to climb back into contention through perseverance and smart play. The playoff structure rewards consistency while offering redemption for those who can adapt and overcome. By the end of the day, only the most deserving players will have secured their places in the final stage, setting the stage for a thrilling conclusion of the month's competition. The journey culminates on the third Saturday with the decisive finals and elimination stage. This stage is not just a battle for titles, but a war to secure or reclaim honor, prestige, and progression. Both the finals and elimination stage will feature a double elimination bracket, in which the grand final will be replayed if necessary. The top 2 players from each league ascend to the next higher tier, carving a path toward the coveted Alpha League, the apex of skill and prestige. The bottom 2 players are cast down into the league below, making room for new challengers hungry for glory. The fourth Saturday of each month offers a smaller qualification tournament where aspiring players from across the community can compete for spots in the lowest league of the hierarchy. Here, legends are born, continue their league system and climb the ranks. In the Aphrodite Alpha League in its cascading tiers, every card played, every decision made, and every moment matters. This is more than just a competition, it is a proving ground for champions. Will you rise through the ranks, outplay your opponents, and claim your place among the legends? Or will the unforgiving tides of demotion sweep you away into obscurity? The Aphrodite League beckons. Step forward, summon your champions, and let the battle for Runeterra's ultimate.
Let's go. Welcome, champions and challengers, to the triangle bracket of the Aphrodite League, where destinies shift and legends are forged. Today, 8 players stand at the threshold of glory, but only the strongest will advance to the finals. This is the third stage of the Spring Dawn season. With the group stage concluded, today's bracket will determine who rises to fight for the title next week and who falls short. Normally you'd be graced with my radiant presence on camera, but unfortunately my Wi-Fi had other plans. In its infinite wisdom, it decided that streaming my webcam would be far too ambitious for today. So while I remain a mysterious voice in the ether, I'll gladly pass the visual spotlight to two far more photogenic individuals. Your casters for today, the ever insightful Armageddon and Mid Cappuccino. Welcome to the desk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad that I've been invited to co-cast Aphrodite Esports League. Today, as Flix has already said, we are watching the triangular bracket. 4 players will make it, 4 players will fall down. Let's see if we can make a history. If the guy from top is gonna fall all the way down, or if one from the bottom is gonna make it all the way through. There was one person who already made it in the history of Aphrodite League, and that was Elder Senior. He made it all the way through the bottom and qualified. Let's see if something like that happens today.
Well, here me again as well. We have a lot of spicy games today. The players brought very sweet decks. We are gonna see a lot of exciting matchups, and I think we can take a look at the decks next, if no one has any objections.
Of course not. So let's take a closer look at the lineups of our opening game, Robomaster versus Lunaya. Robomaster opted for a very aggressive lineup for today, starting off with any Jin.
Following with
Right.
Poppy Zix.
Yeah, but let's talk about the specific list beforehand. We see one Ravenbloom Conservatory, we see two Death's Hand, so it's a bit more held back from the pure aggressive side. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's the Annie Jin that I kind of like, the one of Ravenbloom Conservatory, because in that deck you can play turn 6 already flipped Tybulk. The landmark procs in split of a second with that deck. What I'm really curious about is the Death's Hand. That is a spell, I'm not sure if I like it.
Okay. I would agree with Midcap. One of Ravenbloom is pretty sweet in that deck. It gives it a slightly different touch. Also means Doom Beast healing is enhanced, Jin triggers are all enhanced. Will probably make the deck play a bit differently. We can take a look at the Poppy 6 next. I think that's pretty standard for a Poppy 6 list. I don't see anything too special here. In general, a more value-oriented aggro list with Pokestick, Battle City Mayor generating a bit more units and Poppy buffing them.
Yeah, you have the classic standard Poppy Zix list, I would say, as well. A lot of 1-drops, you always want to have 1-drops with the deck, you want to have 2-drops, you want to have your curve. With a little bit of burn. Little bit.
I also really like the Brother's Bond in this deck. It's just 4 damage on burst speed for 2 mana. And it perfectly makes up for missing the curve, for example. And then later on you can just enhance your units, and your opponent cannot remove every single 1-drop most of the time. And because Brother's Bond doesn't only give +2/+0 for a round, it grants it. This can build up to a devastating amount of damage.
That's true.
And our last list for today is the Echo Jinx. We have seen Echo decks in a few different iterations. People are running Zillion, Jinx, or Sivir. I know Simon, for example, said that Zillion is the definitive answer to the question which champion to pair with Echo. But that's something people have a lot of different opinions about. And this is the Echo Jinx list, running a lot of burn, also Absolver for a cheesy defer, potentially.
Yeah, I personally have been playing with the one of Absolver in my mind as well, but never made it to my Echo lists. What I really I'm not a fan of the Jinx list because you have so many 4-drops. And that's why I am always saying that Zillion is the juice for Echo, but sometimes I would like to have the Rocket to finish off my opponent. Like, you have 3 Echoes, 3 Jinxes, 3 Voices, and 2 Augmented Clocklings. That is a lot of 4-drops.
Indeed. Since we don't want to let the players wait too long, I will go to Luna's decks next. She's playing Rise.
You really like that, huh?
I really like that. We might get to see Rise play today. That's a win in my book. We have triple Nopify, which I could point out. Otherwise, it's what I would call a pretty standard Rise list. A lot of spells to delay your opponent. Nothing too special. I want to point out Shuriman Tailstones, probably the best Tailstones for this deck, giving you access to the Spirit Fire in aggro matchups, which will be very important today.
Yeah, Shurima Tailstones are surely gonna help you into Robomaster's lineup because his lineup is always go full board, go wide. And Tailstones, Shurima Tailstones are definitely denying that one.
Indeed.
But yeah, this is a standard full power ride list.
Next one is Zillion Talia with Nidalee.
Now, what do we think about the Nidalee tag here?
I'm pretty sure Luna wanted us not to mention the Nidalee tag, so we are gonna ignore that.
all I'm saying is, okay, all I'm saying is you have Ziggs. You could have Vent Ziggs. But yeah, let's not mention the Nidalee.
You want 6 for finals.
For sure. For finals, we are gonna play,
Probably, that's the only reason why not to run Ziggs here.
play 6. I mean, most people would run 3 of Talia and 3 of Zillion. But let's go to our last deck. We have on Luna's side with a bunch of different spells here.
The beautiful Seraphine deck. It's just a bunch of one-offs. Letting your opponent think about what could happen. You have answer for everything, but only one time.
We are missing the Catastrophe, as I am just noticing. And also there is no back alley bar.
Ooh, no
So-
cat?
No cat, no bar, so Lunaya is missing some of the more signature cards of this deck here. In favor of a bit more defense, we are seeing 3 Nopify, which is a bit more than we usually see in this deck, as far as I can recall.
Yes, that's correct.
And the Gotcha is something you also don't always see the Howling Gale retreat, I also notice. So yeah, she's opting for more defense while sacrificing top-end cards.
Yeah, that's gonna help to survive against Robomaster. Read the matchup correctly, I would say.
Indeed. This deck is probably the
Yeah.
best against the Robomaster lineup. Before we go to bans,
Yeah.
we are gonna look at the schedule for today.
Yeah, so let's take a look at today's bracket and resolve some of the storylines coming together on this day, because there's a lot to talk about, I want to point out beforehand. First of all, of course, VOD is playing his 50th match in the Aphrodite League today against Lava, but we can see him in a rather unfavorable position against Lava. Today is their trial by fire for both, as if they want to make it to finals, they both have to win 4-0, 4 matches in a row, and are not allowed to do a single misstep. And you, Mitgapa, as a close friend and scrim partner of what can you tell us about what we can expect from this matchup?
I'm not sure if I should say this, but I've been training with Watt today before the Aphrodite League, and I've been preparing him for this best of 3. I'm sure that Lava did the same with someone else, so it's only fair. And I personally think that Watt has a really good chance to win this. Yeah.
That is great to hear, but let's see later what the result will be. If we move a bit above, we see Synergy versus Vendorti in the third opening game. Vendorti, we normally see him rather at the top of the bracket, but after a very shaky group stage performance, our 2-time Aphrodite League champion, finds himself in third spot against Synergy, and Synergy is his nemesis. Because if we take a quick look at the matchup statistics, Synergy is Vendorti's worst opponent. And the question is, with his current 25% win rate after 4 matches against Synergy, can he break this curse? Can he make it? Or will he be cast down at an instant and remain in the last row of the triangle for the remaining triangle bracket here? That is definitely something we have to look after. Then in the A2 match, the both second places from groups are our Vietnamese players, Newman and Kaisen. They already played. they rescheduled their game to yesterday, and Kaizen came out victorious. So he will face the loser of our streamed upcoming match, Robomaster versus Lunaya. Our first match of the day sets the tone. And what a tone it is, because on the one side we have Lunaya, a former queen of the Aphrodite League, a player who dominated groups. She made first place in the group stage every single time so far, sometimes even undefeated. Architect of very, very good strategies. But across the table, we have Robomaster, a tactician that, yeah, wants to get out of the triangle with only one match today. He may lack the title that Ilunaya brings, but yeah,
Robomaster
sometimes the newcomers are just more hungry, aren't they?
Robomaster is definitely an opponent that I would never underestimate. Once this guy locks in, he is thinking about everything, taking his time, kinda like Never Walk Alone, and that is something very dangerous to face. When your opponent is completely thinking about everything, not only about his side, but also what your opponent would do.
It is a scary opponent indeed, and I don't want to miss out that he made this flawless run throughout the qualification tournament, then secured first place in the group stage. So yeah, his eyes are set on the finals, on the trophy even, and it is the classic story, a dynasty that Lunaya brings versus the disruption of the newcomer. So for Lunaya today would be a step towards reclaiming the crown, but for Robomaster, it's a chance to rewrite the script. So let's take a look at their lineups again and what bands might decide the course of this opening battle.
Would you like to tell me your bands first, or should I start?
Oh,
You
Felix
can start,
right?
of course.
Then Midcap starts, right?
Okay, so my prediction on what Robomaster is gonna ban is the Seraphine Karma setlist.
Yeah, we can definitely agree on that, and I think there's not much to talk about here.
Yeah, definitely.
It is by far the best deck against the aggro that
Yes.
Robomaster is bringing. But yeah, the
And
question is, what do we ban from Lunaya's point of view?
yeah, I would say it's definitely not Jinx Echo because
Yeah.
And now it's just a coin flip in my opinion. What Lunaya personally doesn't like more, and I would say if I would be Lunaya, I would ban Ziggs Poppy.
Yeah, we can also agree on that, but I have reasoning behind this actually, because the Enneagen is a tiny bit slower, and
Okay.
I would be more scared of how overwhelming the Poppy 6 can be, while I think you can defend a bit better against Enneagen. So now Armageddon is going to tell us if we were right or wrong.
I can tell you that you were both completely right this time.
Ah, perfect.
Let's go!
Let's go! 100% hit rate.
We have found the until now the 100% hit rate on the Barnes. I mean, looking back at it, it definitely makes a lot of sense. Both bans are very reasonable for both players. I don't think either of them is too surprised about the bans today. And they will face each other soon. One thing about those bans is that that we can see now that Rise is gonna be played probably.
Oh. I hear a spark of hope in your voice.
Maybe. And we can do some predictions. What do you two think? How is this gonna go?
I think it's gonna be a 2-0 for Robomaster, I have to say. I think with the sets Seraphine being banned, I think Robo is able to just rush down Lunaya, especially the Rise feels a bit vulnerable. Of course, at a certain skill level, the Rise, or like it's generally Ionia, is weak to aggro, gets kind of nullified. But my stomach is telling me that this is going to be a sweep from Robomaster.
Well, I have to disappoint you on that one because I think it's still like Robomaster is gonna take this home, but I think it's gonna be 2-1. What I think is gonna happen is that the Rise is gonna pull 2 Eye of the Dragons early and then just makes the hell for Jin Annie. That is what I think is gonna happen.
I agree with mid-gap on this one. The players are starting their match now, and I think Robomaster is gonna take a 2-1 victory, but Luna won't go down without struggling. And maybe she will even win the game.
We will see. So let's get into it as soon as we can, and maybe take a look at the opening hands already.
Oh, I think...
There we are. Sadly, no opening hands, no mulligan to see.
I think Luna disabled spectating. We will...
We will work shortly on that. Until then, we have to be satisfied with only Robomaster's beautiful aggro hand. So Armageddon, what can you tell me about this hand?
Let's see. Robomaster. Wait a minute. We have I mean, we have Jin in hand, which is always good for the any Jin.
There we go. I can spectate Lunaya POV.
Let's go, and now we see the right hand, which I think is the real decider for how the matchup goes.
Oh, we have the Shuri Mental Stones. This is really big.
Yeah.
This is only a one-off, and we have it. This is gonna deny a lot of damage on turn 5, where we need it most.
This is a very interesting hand.
Sadly, don't have Eye of the Dragon or Claws of the Dragon, which are, especially Eye of the Dragon is a card I would really want to have in an aggro matchup. But Robomaster does not have a really fast hand. Normally in those aggro matchups you want to have like triple 1-drop, and after that your burn and utility units, and we have we only had 1-drop, and our 2-drop was already burn, and our 2-drop is done.
Having Doom Beast on the opener hand is also not what you want with Jin Annie.
Indeed.
You kind of hope that this guy comes as a top deck. Anyways, let's hope that Luna is gonna be able to find the singular Eye of the Dragon or Claw, because otherwise this does not look that good. I'm gonna be honest.
But this Spirit Fire is gonna do a lot of work. The problem is we are not able to get Rise on turn 4 here, while keeping mana for...
predicting Del.
Oh, let's...
I think you definitely want to activate Flow.
And...
Yes. Draw or stun? What are we choosing here? I'm personally opting for the draw.
I think draw is the right decision most of the time.
Yeah, there is no like the singular card that is putting a lot of damage. You have a lot of small units, so the stun is not making a lot of sense. Even though now Jin dropped. Question is, do we recall him now?
Here is, I don't think we can afford to, because we want to float the full free mana for next turn, so we can Spirit Fire. And
yeah, I agree with that, but he's also loaded. Like, next skill is gonna stun our Otapus.
This is true, but the Otapus is probably gonna get stunned anyways. If we are bouncing Jin here, the problem is what are we doing next turn? And the answer for next turn is probably playing Runes, which is kind of fine.
That's true, yeah. Ooh,
so Luna decided not to play.
But we are not playing Spirit Fire.
Spirit Fire. And let's see if that gets punished.
I guess what the idea behind this is on the first skill, you flip Jin back to the hand, so he only deals damage and doesn't stun our blocker.
Yes, you can
Which
use
kinda
the
gets
bounce
denied
on
here.
stack.
Hmm. Let's see how Luna is gonna deal with this.
Which means our unit is not gonna get stunned. Then we get the rune off, getting a draw, getting one unit removed. But we are gonna take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, I agree with you now. Not having Spirit Fire here is devastating. But I wonder if you could even survive this with Spirit Fire.
I mean,
You would
if
take
we have
one-
Spirit Fire, Jin hits for 2, the Rearguard hits for 1, and the Tusk Speaker hits for 1 as well, I think.
Yeah, plus Jin 1 damage, plus Tusk Speaker 1 more damage. We would be still on like 1 HP, which is not not shiny.
Which would not be shiny indeed. And the problem is that, like, the 2 birds and Jin all survived this attack, even through Spirit Fire, so we would still have 3 more units we had to deal with.
Oh. Okay, there is a hope. We have the Yasuo stun. We have a recall. And there is no development of Tusk Speaker.
Oh, not
Ooh,
developing
okay.
here is also very interesting. Means that we keep up mana for the Noxian Fervor. Which could mean we are going for lethal this turn. I mean, lethal this turn looks very possible.
Problem
Luna
is
has to
that Luna has to commit both spells, which leads to the Fervor lethal. That's unlucky.
It does indeed. So, this is game 1, really quick. And we will see how.
That's 1-0. Let's see if Luna can make it. So my prediction is gonna strike and not Flixus's.
Let's see.
I have prepared something very special.
Yeah, without Eye of the Dragon, there is almost no hope for Rise to face this deck. Eye of the Dragon would make it spicy, but this way...
Yeah, Eye is a very important card in this matchup, definitely.
Indeed, and congratulations for Robomaster for winning this first game of the first series. And now the question is, from the side of Lunaya, do you try again with Rise, this time to beat the much slower Echo Jinx? Or would you switch to the Nidalee? It's a Nidalee deck at this point. We're gonna call it a Nidalee deck.
Yeah. No, I think you go with Rise. Okay, my bad.
I mean,
I
it's
think
not a major
Rise would have
decision.
had better chances because you have the stuns and recalls, which you also have in this deck. But yeah, Rise has the eye.
I mean, in the end, of course, Lunaya has to win with both decks against the Echo Jinx to make it to the finals as the first seed. Of course, after that, she gets another chance.
Having Castigate in this hand is always like a flip, because most of the times he's just gonna chrono back. But we have Nopify.
Robo has triple Mystic Shot, by the way.
Yes, I think the game really wants
Oh.
Luna to win this one.
Yeah.
We have triple Mystic Shot and the Absolver in hand, which is
Yeah,
let's see what the predict brings. Let's see what the predict brings. Oh, could be.
You find
That's
Echo.
a-
The problem with Echo is that we have like 1 predict already played and 0 predicts in hand. So even if we draw Echo, we won't be able to level him anytime soon.
what do you think about Jinx?
The-
Just, I mean, the point is just shoot everything, pretend you're aggro, and use your spells to remove blockers. Go for chip damage, and then the Jinx. But
Ooh, the
Robo skip.
the problem with going for the Jinx line is that you won't be able to kill Echo Zillion via chip damage. They have so much healing in the late game.
Yeah, that's true. We already see the Heart of the Tree in the hand. We see the refreshments in hand, and now, as Mid Cappuccino just announced, we also see the Nidalee.
Which could actually matter here, because we get to play a 3 HP unit against two attackers. 2 power attackers.
It actually also fits very well for the curve, because you can play Nidalee here and still have mana for your Roof Bond, which we are not gonna do because we are nopifying this Mystic Shot. I'm not a fan of this. I'm always like, okay, you Mystic Shot my unit, that's one less burn that I have to care about later. But Luna says something different about that.
Nidalee actually.
But yeah, back to the. Can we go back to the Mystic Shot? I just want to say that that is probably the worst that can happen, because what happens later is when you need the burn, you don't have the burn because you already had the burn, so you have to finish with units, and that is always a mess.
Yeah,
On the other hand, Robo is able to deal 2 damage that he wouldn't be able to deal otherwise now.
We
And,
are giving up.
Luna just traded Nidalee.
I would have done that as well. This is trading off units on board against Echo Jinx early is always good because they are not getting revived by Chrono Break.
Mm.
And if you
I
trade
can see that.
this unit down this turn, you're not taking the damage this turn. You're also not taking the damage when you would block with Nidalee again next turn. I think this is probably the best value you. Ooh. This is very interesting. We are not playing Path. Let's. Oh,
Maybe to bank
Yeah.
mana for Castigate.
mana for
I have been playing
Castigate
3
makes a lot of
lately.
sense.
I've been playing 3 lately, and I have to say, the games that I just played my combo on curve ended up way better, even though I took like 12 damage for my greed. I still won the games, and in the tournament, in the qualifications where I also played 3, I went for the safe playstyle, which is Luna doing now, and I lost them because I did not have my combo online. So let's see if this works for Luna.
What do you think is the pick here? I would maybe say Rite of Passage, because we see 2 landmarks in the hand.
I would have picked
but-
the
but-
same as Luna here, just because we have enough value to win this game. We just need to survive.
Yes, since we are
Yeah.
already playing this, Armed Acquisitioner is better.
But at this point, I would probably just slam the landmark down,
Yes, definitely.
take 6,
Yeah.
and be happy with that.
Definitely.
I think by banking mana, Luna was preparing for Robo filling the board with units, but now that only a 2/2 came down for 4 mana, I think she can comfortably develop
Okay.
a landmark, but she's going very safe.
Okay, this is interesting. I guess we are skipping the path when we are doing this.
I mean,
We are
for
just gonna
mana
skip the
efficiency,
path and we go 3.
would use this stun here. But stun is very valuable for the Chrono Break turns, so we might not want to do that.
I guess we just
I think-
heal.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. We just heal and pass, and then open with Heart of the Tree next turn.
Mhm.
And then we are on 19 HP, have an additional blocker, and are quite comfortable.
Ooh, here we go. There's still 1 crystal in the deck, and that could make a lot of difference.
Oh, and we found another Rite of Passage, getting rewarded for not taking it before. Which means we do have a lot of value. in
Yeah,
that.
and Robo is desperately searching for the Echo right now.
It's either Echo or Crystal. Crystal finishes this.
Crystal would have been pretty good this turn indeed. Will also be kinda good next turn. The problem next turn is that we will get met with a Castigate.
There we go,
Oh, the
rocket.
Jinx Rocket is also good enough. So we open
Yeah.
attack into Jinx Rocket here. Luna does not have deny,
But the stun.
but a stun.
It's
That
still
will
not
mitig-
enough.
that-
Like,
Yeah, of course, but that will mitigate at least the 5 attack from Jinx, and then we are at 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7 damage, leaving Luna on 6 HP, and that can be enough.
if I get excited, yeah.
So Robomaster.
Let's see what the
would
draws
need
are. There's an Echo. Now, do we develop?
Yeah,
to,
we
Echo is not good enough for this.
Voices
And-
is a pretty good development, but we do have like the best answer for voices in hand right now.
Yep, especially that Echo hasn't flipped yet. We do know the second card is not a Chrono Break, and there's a Castigate, and the Castigate is devastating.
And we
Yeah,
won't
this
be
is
able
probably...
to trigger Jinx Rocket this turn. We won't
Yeah.
be able to shuffle the Chrono Breaks.
Oh my god.
At
I
next
would say
turn,
that
we
Luna.
can
this is the
revive the
point.
landmark.
This is the point where Luna saves the game.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you, Cappuccino, were talking about earlier. The Ionia deck just finds a clutch moment and then wins the game. Although it is not consistent, this is exactly what we just saw. And Robomaster hard drawing a drop border here doesn't make it a lot better.
Exactly, there is still the riot factor. Like, Ionia can high roll into aggro decks, and if aggro is not gonna find a dreamy curve, then Ionia can still beat aggro, as we see. But this is not good. Progress Day, Clock Hand, Weapon of the Lost. That is not what you want.
It is.
I mean,
not
Weapon of
indeed.
the Lost isn't too bad as a card because it kills Echo and it gives you a blocker.
Okay, yeah.
So I would
But for
say
8 mana slow. Into a
It's
potential
4.
ramification.
It's
into
4
potential
mana.
Rite of Negation. No, this is not 8 mana, this is 4 mana, right?
Oh yeah, because my bad.
There we go, Progress Day.
Progress Day is probably fine here. I would have thought we have enough value in hand. And just
There we
I
go,
dash.
another 3. Oh, the classic. Suddenly we
Yeah.
are above 10 HP.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really hard for Robomaster to come back into this game. Although he has the Echo in hand, he has the Jinx on board, and a time trick available. So it is, while it is not entirely over, Luna really shifted the tides here and setting up for equalizing this series.
Having both champions on board is definitely telling you that it's not over, but it's not as easy as it could be.
Indeed. But Luna still has the stun available, still has healing, still has the sleep, and is now going for a progress day, drawing 3
my.
more cards, 2 rootbound taps, 1 more stun. This is setting up Luna for a long game, and she can stall. She has the stuns, she has the extra blockers provided by Concussive Palm, and as I already said, the sleep.
There is also the Explorer Blunder, which is probably the best card Luna can have, because if you do that on Echo, and Echo is gonna swing, you just know that there is either a Chrono Break or he's just flipping for a Chrono Break.
But by the way, going for the draw here was pretty interesting because it locks us out of mana for the rootbound path, which probably means that Luna wanted to find more units instead of playing another rootbound path.
I'm definitely on your side. Having 3 roofbound paths on hand is not what you want in this situation. But it's not the end of the world.
Ooh, there's a Talia. A Talia that can copy an almost finished story next turn. That is perhaps going to be very interesting.
Okay. So we are hopefully gonna see double stun. Or only one, yeah. You don't have to stun.
Oh, we have a lot of burn in hand. On Robomaster side we have 9 burn.
9 burn.
Oh no,
that's
no,
a
we
lot.
only have... Oh, it will be hard to activate. Because we would need to draw another card. And
Mhm.
Echo is getting stunned. So is there a way to get another card in hand?
Let's see. Let's see. The time trick will be activated soon.
Let's draw first. Let's see what Luna's gonna get.
It is a card game. Let's draw some cards.
Exactly.
Well,
That
Luna's
is a
not going for
very-
the Italia this
Ooh.
turn would be pretty
Oh,
risky
quicksand. Quicksand
anyways,
is really good.
Quicksand is good, yeah,
I
but what
think
I would
the
really like
cards
to
you want to
see...
see most in Luna's hand right now are Nopifier, because she's on 3 copies of Nopifier.
It's either Nopify, or what I would like the most to see soon is Rite of Passage for the next turn.
Oh my god,
We go Rite
this
of
top
Passage
deck.
Talia plus 6 HP.
Robomaster
let's see
top
if-
decking, get excited by skipping.
Poor Robomus, but he has potential lethal for the next turn. Not
I
considering
mean,
the
it means
healing
we are not
Lunaya
getting the
holds.
rocket, but it also means we have 3 get exciteds in hand. And
You know
Luna
what's the
does
play here
have
from Luna's
a
side?
very limited amount of heals right now.
Okay, but
Ooh,
that's...
taking the pass. But I mean, you can't anticipate 3 get excited.
Luna is pretty scared at this point because Robomaster probably does not have units in hand because he's not developing anything.
We are full
Why
hand.
are we? Why are we?
We are
Oh,
full
that's-
hand, that's why.
We are full hand. Yeah. I was confused for a second.
We are
There's
still
Talia.
forced to predict. No, we are not anymore.
Oh my god.
And now we get excited. And this means, yeah, but now there's 9 damage showing, but 9 damage is 1 short, and Lunaya, still with the attack token, has now 2 manifestations for expensive cards. Let's see
that's-
what she gets.
That is so spicy! That stairs!
It that stairs could actually kind of finish.
But I don't think we risk a hard drawn Chrono Break like that.
There, she took
Oh,
it!
she does. Oh no.
There is a deny. We can draw, but we have no mana for it then.
Oh, that was snap.
I wonder if Luna knows about the technique where you just blooming bud jinx after she got the rocket, so there is no way for him to get it next turn.
That's actually pretty sweet. We
Oh,
leveled
we are drawing the
Talia, which
deny.
is
Okay.
neat.
We are going to draw the deny. Empyrean Dance, Gorlif. Oh boy.
I mean,
This is the
Gorlif is
juice.
sadly just
Gorlif
five
is
mana
definitely what I would have
here. I
taken.
think I would take Empyrean Dance here, just because it's just another deny.
But Gorlif heals you to 14 HP, and if you play more trees, it's even more. It's 15, 16. It's a lot.
So Luna definitely wants to find lethal here with the bounce, or way better the blooming bud, because as you mentioned, Jinx won't get the rocket
Wait,
next
we have the
turn.
needling? No deny.
Yes. So we attack here. I would have probably developed Niederlayer here.
You can theoretically recall drop order for more damage.
Yes, we can, and we are probably gonna do that to force.
That's another
Actually, we are kind
damage?
of fine with that. Like this,
And that's lethal.
we could recall for lethal, but
Um,
Robomaster using Jinx.
did we just miss lethal?
I mean, we didn't because there was a second get excited in hand. And now you can Blooming Bud the Jinx if you want to.
If he gets the rocket, yeah.
It also denies 1 draw, I think, if we Blooming Bud here.
I would say you only blooming, but once he already got the rocket.
Oh yes, yes, sure.
Another stun. Or recall.
Wait, didn't
Actually,
we
recalling
predict
Echo here
the
is...
deny? Oh, we didn't predict deny.
No, we predicted the needle here. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Giving a blooming bud was interesting.
I mean, denying the draw from Echo is very important.
We could recall.
We could recall as well, indeed.
Now the question is what we do. I guess we just casually pass.
I mean, what Lunaya can do is recall the landmark, and when Echo is gone.
That is also a play, yeah. Casual free 6 zillion. Ooh, right of
Rollermaster's head
passage.
was so ugly this game. It's incredible. Because if we chrono break here, we will get back Jinx and we still won't be able to level Jinx. This is just a trosh. Oh, actually we are able to level Jinx, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I meant
not
why
level.
Luna is gonna win one game probably, because there is still the riot shuffling. Oh no. Yeah. But now we just recall the landmark, right? And we even hit stairs. Hit stairs. Come on. Please. No.
Oh, Golem is way better. We are here to 14. we remove Echo from the game.
Okay, we go for the save. That's fair.
We go for the save, and like that, Lunaya decides this second game for herself. And I have very sad news, as VOD just lost his 50th game and is eliminated from the
Oh
FBA
my
League
god,
as 8th
Lava
place.
won.
Lava won 2-1 and is facing Synergy, who was underlying to win Doherty in the corresponding match.
Vada lost?
VOD lost 2-1 to the lineup of Lava, but this is just side information as we are hopping into the third game, the third and final, who will qualify as the first seed for the Aphrodite League finals. Lunaya could take the win with the Nidalee deck. And
with the Nidalee deck, yeah.
And now we have Rise Ionia facing Echo Jinx, and who else could give us a prediction for that when Armageddon? What is this matchup going to be about?
That is correct, and that's also the reason why I would never ban Echo with the Lunaya lineup. Because Echo decks are really they hate stuns. Nothing feels as bad as an Echo player when you face stuns.
And you are a lot less scared of Chrono Break with Luna stacks here, because we have triple Nopify in deck, already 2 in hand.
Already 2 in hand, yep.
Which is probably not what we want to see. Like, Eye is still a premium card in this matchup. And we found the spell mana rune, which is good, but with this hand I would rather have draw. We will probably use Drury Rig here.
That is already really good, even though...
And I would definitely trade those units off, I think. just denying Echo Jinx units.
Keeping it for the aspiring Chronomancer, I assume?
Or just to block voices.
Fair.
But voices don't die.
Refill mana, deep meditation, beautiful. Beautiful curve.
The only thing Lunaya is missing at this point is the Eye of the Dragon.
Again,
And then then she is very much set up for success in this third and final match of the opening game. Yeah, third and final game of the opening match
Oh, and
here in the
those
triangle bracket.
draws. Ooh.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Lunaya called Riot Games, and it's now just getting a beautiful hand.
I mean, everything we could get from this rune is pretty decent here. We could get a stun for Echo, we could get deal 2 to the Bakai to kill it. We could get draw, which would also be good.
I guess draw it
we have
has to
the
be.
option between draw and deal 2. I would probably pick draw here.
Shard of Betrayal because we have place your bet? Nah, we go draw, okay. Okay.
Now we are also playing it, which means we probably have to jump block Echo.
We are allowing Echo to strike, which is the only thing that Robomaster asked for. Let me hit for one time trick. Ooh, Entreat. Let's go.
But Otapus might still be better than Entreat because we have a lot of value in hand. Just and on board with the draw rune.
Eluna says no Armageddon. We go
Yeah.
Rise.
And I agree with that. You want to have the rise, you want to get the runes going. Lunaya already has 2, but she needs 5 to win the game.
True. Is there any way we can kill Echo?
Yes, we can Blooming Bud into landmark removal.
Okay. Any efficient way?
I think what Lunaya wants to do in this position is just to stall out the Echo, and this is one of the reasons to go for an early rise, because long term the Echo will generate so much value, and yeah, you just want to win the game as soon as possible.
Yeah. To
Prevent
be
that
fair,
value from
not-
being generated.
I don't
Not-
think that Rice cares about winning the game too fast here.
Now that I think about it, Homecoming is also a really good spell here. In case we find it. It takes a lot of tempo from him.
Luna plays Homecoming?
I
Mhm.
think she is playing Homecoming. Also, like every Rise list should probably play Homecoming. This card is just
Yeah. Free of Homecoming.
very good in this deck. Because basically what you do with Homecoming is that you bounce your own landmark and one opponent's unit. And then you get
Yeah.
to replay your landmark for additional value.
Exactly, yeah.
It's really, I just missed it earlier. Also, I just noticed, how do you know that a tournament is going on? And Terra takes half a minute to load. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, Runeterra
But let's get-
hates tournaments.
Let's get back into the game. Entreat was used. Lunaya now has the Rise online and only needs one more rune to be played for Rise to flip. And starting from now, if Robomaster doesn't find a way to deal with this Rise, he will generate more and more Delves.
Without the
runes.
voices on board, this is not even close to be dangerous for
But
Lunaya.
we do
But
have
there's
the
a Chrono
option
Break
to
and
draw
there's a
into
voice.
Voices. So Voices is
Yep.
probably the better option here. We know Luna's hand, but even without knowing Luna's hand, I think
Oh, what? He took the Absolver because I mean,
I see why,
is-
but
is
I
there
don't
lethal?
like it. We have the delve. We can
yes,
get stunned.
yeah, and it's a good chance to get it too. And The other option is damage, which also doesn't hurt.
Or healing, basically. Damage, stun, or healing.
Yeah. Of course, we want the stun because it plays around Chrono Break the best. Let's
I
see
think
what Luna. I think manifesting into the rune is something you can always do in this position. The only other thing you could consider is Tailstones. You have exactly the mana for that play on Lunaya's side, and that seems to be what she's going for here.
Yeah, going for Tailstones.
This path only makes sense with the Tailstones, and Robomaster is preparing a burst flip of the Jinx, dealing 3 more damage.
Just
with
a Spirit
Jinx.
Fire.
There's a Spirit Fire. The reason why Lunaya didn't want to spend any mana, and now this Rise is a danger.
But I don't think this position is... Or actually this position is turbo bad, because Jinx flips. If Jinx wouldn't flip...
Jinx flips, she has quick attack, 5 attack, Rise dies, Jinx survives. There is a rocket this turn, there is draw next turn. The same goes for a Mystic Shot, by the way. So
I mean,
Lunaya
Luna can
really
just...
should consider the Jinx flip here,
Luna can
plus
just
2
take
damage.
this here, right? This is just
She could just
8
take that,
damage.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm no savior.
Tanking it is probably the best,
no,
but you
don't do
kind of
it.
want to kill the
But the
Jinx
problem
for
is, if you
rocket.
don't block with Rise, you are taking like
2 more damage, yes.
3 more damage here. And then 3 more with the rocket. So that's a
Yeah.
lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage, but I think Lunaya is doing the right call here.
We have enough Nopifies here.
Yeah, I think Lunaya dropping down to 2 HP here is the correct play.
Also, saving Clockling with Absolver is kind of good.
In
2 HP is dangerous, but it's doable.
I'm actually not quite sure.
we
Hold
can
on.
actually kinda
Ooh,
nearly
cornerback.
win next turn if we draw the right cards.
Yeah,
Not-
but
not
Robomaster
quite,
just
but-
found Chrono Break that
We can heal up a lot.
that's true as well, but there are
We
still
can
2
just-
champions.
We can just heal here, strike with Rise, heal again, and then another rune, heal again. We are basically at 8 HP if he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he does it.
Hard
Oh, no.
draw drop border once again.
Actually, the deal 2 is kinda good here, because we get to deny the Chrono Break, right? So we can deal 2, but drop border is kinda annoying for the deal 2.
Thing is, during all of this, you have to keep mana for Nopifies, so it's annoying that you don't have the heal.
But you have to mana refill on every rune played, so I think keeping up the Notify mana is one of the easier challenges. Another entreat. Now, do we yeah, I think
The
Robomaster
problem
will
is we need to
develop.
keep up mana for 2 Nopifies this turn, because we need to Nopify Rocket and we need to Nopify the Chrono Break as well. But the
That
good
is
thing is
true,
we-
but it still works. Like you can still manifest the 4th rune here.
You just go rune here, yeah,
And refill,
heal
and
it.
then you have 4 mana open, have enough Nopifies to deny both the Jinx Rocket and the Chrono Break.
You can
we
also
don't- we
still
don't even
swing
need
with
to deny
Rise
the
right
Jinx
now.
Rocket anymore, because
Yeah,
we get
true,
healing.
I missed the Rise swing. Drop border.
Now we just pass, I'm pretty sure.
No, we attack. For sure.
Yeah, we always attack. I agree
No,
with
not
Miguel.
yet.
I mean,
It's
course.
perfect, because if Chrono happens now, then you deny and you refill even more mana.
actually, problem with attacking is that Echo will get a strike in, which is something we don't really want to happen.
I think you actually just pass here, you don't swing yet.
Oh,
or do
both
that
sides
and
was
pass.
swinging.
No, I mean, we want to keep Noblify mana up, so if we play a spell, we
But
attack afterwards.
actually, if Robomaster decides to block with Echo and gets the draw, he also dies. So that's a plus for Luna. So this swinging here just kind of free value.
Yeah, and now double Noblify comes through. It has been in Lunaya's hands since I think the very beginning of the game, and
Yes.
now it pays off. Denying Robomaster this crucial turn 7.
I'm kind of curious
we
if
go
he
for
even
rock?
denied the rocket.
I would take it.
Because we will get more healing next turn potentially.
Do we
But
I would
survive
take it
next
because
turn?
Chrono top deck is way scarier than free HP, right? Chrono is way scarier
but
here than
we
any
can
rocket.
be kind of generous
Yeah,
with
but-
our denies because we have another deny in hand, like Noblify and deny.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because we have also a deny.
Luna
Yeah.
agrees that we don't have to use it here. So we probably stun Echo here, block with Rise, let the 1-1 hit.
Mystic Shot. Oh!
Yeah, that makes things spicy, actually.
And the point is now, if you think about it, Lunaya is kind of forced to Noblify the Mystic Shot, which deals 1 less damage and doesn't remove the spell sheet from Rise. So yeah, I'm standing with my position from earlier that Noblifying the rocket probably in the long term would have been the better play, but we'll see how Lunaya plays it out. Now with a recall, now with a stun, and a bit more draw to come.
I'm saying that if Robo doesn't finish here, then he never has a chance to win it anymore.
Yeah. If Robo wants to win, he has to do it on this turn 8.
Block Jinx. Honestly, block Jinx. Block Jinx, stun Echo. Wait, what? Recalling Echo. Oh.
Probably recalling.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Echo.
correct.
Recalling Echo is better because Jinx could
Yeah.
get another rocket this turn if we replay her.
Correct. Yeah, Lunaya does it perfectly. Plays around the Mystic Shot, the one card Robomaster really ended up having, and has still the Noblify for the rocket now, but would have had the deny mana. I'm just saying that here. Meaning that Lunaya, while on 1 HP, is comfortable.
Comfortable is
Actually,
strongest
blocking-
thing to say at 1 HP, but yes, we are looking like we could win this game.
We are winning this game pretty sure, from Lunaya's perspective.
You still have to get the one delve.
I mean,
the
we-
one delve.
But you have a draw 3 in hand. You have
have a lot
draw
of
2,
the-
and you have a draw 2. Like Lunaya, ignoring mana conditions, Lunaya has draw 7 in hand to find delves that get generated each turn.
But
The last
the
5
problem
turns
is
from Rise.
we would need to play around. Like, get excited
Mhm.
could be kinda scary. But
Ah,
this is
yeah, I
probably
get that.
the least scary hand Robomaster can draw here.
I mean, Rise spell always.
Yeah, warp, draws, recall, time trick, and the delve. And the delve will
Yes,
be
the
played
game
at an
is
instant.
over.
Provide a stun. Rise will attack, and I really hope Robomaster will not preemptively surrender, so we can see the winning animation from Rise.
Lunaya
Oh,
actually-
he surrendered. He surrendered.
He does not give us the pleasure.
He
Okay.
doesn't give us the pleasure, but Robomaster stands defeated against all odds. Everyone said, yeah, Robo will take it. Easy one match trying a bracket, but no, he will face Kaiden in the second match.
And Lunaya keeps the crown.
Lunaya keeps the crown, winning the group stage and now finishing the triangle bracket as first seed as well, therefore getting the arguably easiest opponent from the triangle bracket 2. So it's really, really set up for success and reclaiming the throne of the Aphrodite League.
Indeed.
Very well played.
Well played and congratulations, and that being said, we will go on a short break and we'll catch you up with Robomaster versus ABG Kaisen in just a few minutes. And welcome back, everyone, after an exciting opening match between Robomaster and Lunaya, where Rise Ionia took the upset win against Triple Aggro, and Lunaya being qualified for the finals after just one match. We are excited to bring you the second match of the day, Robomaster versus Kaizen. Once again, the winner of this match will make it to the finals, will qualify, while the loser has to step one more down in the triangle bracket and there face Newman. Maybe we can take a quick look at the current bracket to see how the current results are going and how, yeah, also the other matches went while we were spectating the clash of the two triumphants of the group stage. So we already know Kaizen won into Newman. When Doherty could upset his nemesis and take the 2-0 sweep versus Synergy, but then lost into lost into Newman already and is now waiting in the fourth row. The winner of Synergy versus Lava, and yes, Lava. Maybe we can see the lineups really quick. Lava is
Lava is playing a very interesting lineup with Double Infinite and the Mill.
noting this is worth talking about. So yeah, let's see the lineups and let's analyze what might be the reasons. This is Kaizen, sadly, not quite what I was referring to.
Oh, sorry. We wanna see lineups.
And there we are. We are kind of missing the top row, but the Aksha and Maokai Champless lineup, this is what Lava is bringing. He was facing VOD on Talia, Zillion, Aatrox, Kane, Karma set. Something more conservative, something more normal, you might say. There we have it. And with Cappuccino, you were telling us earlier that you scrimmed this exact matchup before the tournament, and
Yeah.
can you tell me what could have gone wrong? What happened maybe?
I mean, I am so excited, and I would do it right now if I could, to check how he actually managed to win. Because he had to high roll the Shellfolk deck and probably also the Maokai. Like the decks break. The decks break if you destroy his engines, which Vad's deck are every single deck of his besides the Kane Trox can do very efficient. So I assume that Lava got a little bit of luck in that one because that's very interesting. The fact that he won with that.
Indeed. But moving on to our current round, which is Robomaster versus Kaizen. We have the lines open right now, so we can have just a broad look at what they're bringing in general before delving into the exact deck lists. So we saw the lineup of Robomaster already: Anyjin, Poppy 6, Echo, Jinx, with the Poppy 6 being banned in the last series, and Kaizen, who we rather know as the aggro player, is bringing Trundle, Volibear, Elder Dragon, Morgana, Talia, Zillion. Expensive stuff, I must say, really expensive.
That is definitely something interesting, especially the Trundle Volibear deck. It's not a ramp deck as some of you would assume. It is a control deck. It is a Shadow Isles ramp control.
Yeah, and now that you're saying it, let's take a look into the deck list. We had it open for just a second earlier. So here we are on the Volibear, we see Blighted Ravine. We don't see any ramp units. We just see it says She Who Wins, She Who Wonders. And two War Mother's Call, no Field Rush, interestingly enough.
Yes.
And this seems like a very solid Freljord SI control deck, although the ratios are a bit off. Usually you focus on the cards you really want to play Freos, and here Kaizen is opting to play a lot of everything and not really relying to consistently draw it.
Also, what you just said, there is no Field Rush, but there is a War Mother, which is kinda, from the logical perspective, not what you want, because you have 4 units two are Trundle Volibear, and then you have It That Stares and She Who Wanders. Volibear, She Who Wanders, and It That Stares have play effect, which you cannot proc with War Mother's Call. So, interesting.
Interesting indeed, but Kaizen, I think he tested it through. He has his reasoning behind it, and maybe we will get to see the deck in action against triple aggro. But this is something to discuss later when we have the lineups open. So let's move on to the second deck that all of us don't want to see. It is Elder Dragon Demacia.
But
Yeah.
I'm afraid the chance we get to see this are a lot higher because Robomaster is on the triple aggro lineup,
That's
which
true.
would kind of.
I'd be happy to see Elder Dragon lose. Of course, I'm not that biased, but
You are.
Roboma-
Everybody is. You
everybody
are.
is biased against Elder Dragon. So Robomaster also taking our position brought triple aggro, which historically was the counter Elder Dragon lineup, and yeah, I'd be very surprised if we see Robomaster banning this deck out.
Okay, I'm gonna say that once we are talking about the bans, because we still have the Trilia in front of us. Yes, a Talia Zillion with 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this also looks like the classic of Talia Zillion. Nothing too special.
I would disagree. The Pedal Pixie, for example, I don't. I mean, I'm not too kept up with the meta, but I think the Pedal Pixie is a tech made by Kaizen here to accelerate the Talia level up. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Pixie might.
I think Pixie isn't usually played. Also, we see the Spirit Fire instead of Castigate, which kind of makes sense with Pixie because Pixie is a
Main
good
deck
punisher
Spirit
for
Fire is
developing,
wild.
and Spirit Fire is good into open attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not see the Spirit Fire. Yeah, that is something that is not played normally. But with the Pedal Pixie, I have to say that Vendorti has also been trying it. I've been trying it because I've seen it by Vendorti's version. And I have to say I'm not a fan of it because you don't have board space more often with it. It is a good blocker for early, but yeah. Depends on your taste.
Indeed.
Depends on your taste, indeed. So let's see the lines again and try to figure out bans. I am. I'm not really sure. I think Robomaster wants to ban the Freyr SI because it just has so much AoE and healing. That is something I can settle on, but I could see Talia, Spirit Fire, very good card into those swarm attacks that especially Poppy 6 and any Jin are setting up, but also we saw it in the last game, can be quite effective against Echo Jinx. And also with the Pixie, Talia Zillion seems to be quite tagged into aggro.
Yeah, I wanted to say that his Talia Zillion is built against aggro, which makes it very interesting if you want to ban Trundle, Volibear, or Talia Zillion. I personally would actually ban Talia Zillion from Robomaster perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever ban Morgana Elder because the deck can break.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you are correct on this, but I think in Robomaster's position, I would be leaning a bit more towards banning the Trundle here. Although, yeah, as I said earlier, the ratios are a bit off. It's not the most consistent deck how Kaizen built it.
Yeah.
So we will see what Robo will gravitate towards, but now the question is, what aggro deck are we taking out from the side of Kaizen?
That's a good. I think we still go with the Ziggs because we have freezes from that one. We have Morgana, which Morgana loves to face Echo, and Jinx. And Talia Zillion, you have the Blooming Buds, the Nopifies. So I think it's again either Ziggs or any Jin, and I go with the Ziggs.
Yeah, I also think that Kaizen really wants to play against the Echo Jinx because both Morgana and the Freezes are working really well against those champions, and it's kind of like Kaizen's ban I think is kind of dependent on what he expects for the Robomaster to ban. But I agree with the Poppy 6 in the end. So
Honestly,
um,
from my perspective, it's very hard to tell which one of these is worse because they both kind of play almost the same way.
which
So,
is
what would you ban?
which is a very good
yeah,
thing for lineup building. That's something you want to be aware of. If you build a good lineup, that means your decks are all good into the same thing and bad into the same thing. So banning
yeah.
will be a hard task. Okay, but since you
Yes.
both
Yeah.
decided, I can
Let's
reveal
reveal it.
the choices of both players.
Ooh,
And I can say you were both off, but Felix had the Trundle Volibear ban.
yeah. The
Ooh,
Anygen, yeah, like it's I can kind of see it because the Poppy 6 plays more for Swarm and yeah, we said it earlier, Talia 6, Talia Zillion and Trundle Volibear are having the AoE. But you pointed out correctly that the decks play just so similar, and we are ready to go into the first game, and we see it already being in action, and we see Poppy 6 on the side of Robomaster facing Talia Zillion.
That's an issue. If we are playing triple aggro and we are a bit late to the party, we already missed half of the game.
Oops.
Yeah,
Just like last time.
that is very correct, but now we are here and live, and are going to see from turn 3 onwards.
Okay, that's a triple 1-drop into Ziggs. And we have the Petal Pixie. So, with Zillion. So there is time bombs in our deck.
Yeah, but do you see this Poppy on the side of Robomaster? That is the
Yeah.
right now. That is quite scary, because there's no stun in Kaizen's hand as of right now.
There
Oh
we
God.
go. Blooming Butt landmark removal? No, healing.
There's a sleep. But this open attack is so scary.
I mean, it is kind of
It's
scary.
not that scary,
but
honestly.
We do have blockers for everything, right? We are not getting.
But
now
we
we
lose the
go-
blockers. We lose the blockers in the process. And
we
then the
are
follow-up.
losing the
turn.
blockers indeed.
And like the sleep here is another reason why I don't think that ever we don't open attack. There's also concussive form. There's so much that Kaizen has in its deck that denies the Poppy buff here, and you really want this to make sure that you're getting optimal traits.
Also,
We
funny
could have
thing,
denied the Poppy entirely, but we opt for for 2 HP healing, which is at the end not the best.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why we take healing here. I just generally, like from Kaizen's side, I would have expected the open attack with the Poppy 100% of the times. I'm actually quite confused why Robo decided to try to get a better board state with playing that Poke Stick early on.
I mean, I can kind of understand it. If you're attacking on 5, you want to threaten damage. You want to
Yeah.
basically threaten to kill your opponent.
Also, having triple Poke Stick is it's not what you want.
Not quite, indeed. But Robomaster, luckily for him, has the units to refill the board. And will
Now
probably
it
go
again
for
comes down
House Spider.
to can we survive? Because if we can survive, it only goes upwards for us.
Yeah,
Saying from Kaizen POV.
I mean, if we survive,
Indeed.
we have a shit ton of healing.
Yeah, like there's 5
Yeah.
healing incoming for
But-
Kaizen potentially, and Kaizen realizes that he doesn't have it. So Robomaster takes a quick game 1 here and is leading the series, and once again, like last time, he is leading, but now he wants to close it through, but he needs to win with
And
Echo
holy
Jinx.
shit, those were fast games.
Those were, yeah, I think we skipped even more than half the game, to be honest.
Yeah. I think the half of the
doesn't matter.
game was.
Let's move on quickly into the next one. And I see Haicho. I see, I think of Elder Dragon. And I just...
Honestly, I cannot say anything about this deck because I hate the deck so much that I never played it. So I'm not sure how you mulligan this, but what I know, having double mobilize is... Oh, that's devastating.
Yeah, it is devastating indeed, but you do need the Matron, you do need the Haicho. Or maybe Cyphria. To
That
actually
is the
win the game.
Matron! Don't speak!
There's a Matron, but we need the second unit too, because only Arika is not enough to win the game. Broadwing isn't either.
Actually,
We
but
could play
actually, Broadwing is
one.
kind of funny here because we can double mobilize into Broadwing if we would want to.
Yeah, I don't think we do that.
I don't think you
think we do
yeah,
that.
you don't mobilize here.
You want to draw more units, maybe a second Matron,
Oh my
then mobilize.
goodness. This is so sad
Also,
for
fairly interesting
Robomaster, but so good
Robomaster
for
not developing
Kaizen.
Echo here means we are playing around Morgana development, cost reduced Morgana.
Which we had, yeah.
Now the Vegetable comes down, or mobilize, it's so dirty.
Are we going to just open and pull Echo? I would not hate it, honestly. From the POV of Kaizen, he's free predict far away from flipping, so
Yeah, or we just eat the Echo on our side of the board.
Which means Echo is not getting a strike, you know?
Yeah.
honestly I opt to killing more. I don't know why, but I like killing more.
Killing
to be
also
honest,
has
like
the downside of Chrono Break possibly happening.
Hmm.
Also Quicksand, which we see in hand right now, can... Ooh, this is
Quicksand
interesting
would be
because we can get
interesting.
Echo back with the Absolver.
Yeah, I don't think I don't like the attack here from
We are
Kaizen. I think
forced to single combat here, that's for sure.
yeah, it's a bit greedy, and in order to keep the Echo,
And this
Yeah.
single combat is...
It saves Clockling.
yeah. But I mean, we have Broadwing, so we don't really care about the clock.
Yeah, we have Badger Bear, so elusive doesn't really matter.
Picks here are kinda interesting. Jinx will probably flip fairly soon, but we have an odd curve for Jinx since we do have the Quicksand, we would have to use proactively. And also Voice of the Risen.
Oh, the beauty of Morgana and Jinx. You want to flip Jinx? Pay 4.
Oh, that's true.
That is so annoying. This gives him like 2 turns of Jinx flip. And there we go.
And
No.
the game is officially over, I would say.
Good job, Kaizen. You have drawn Cyphria, you have played it, immobilized, you have won the game.
He did not
I
even
hate it.
play Mobilize. This is
He
crazy.
played one.
Yeah, we played one Mobilize.
Yeah, but still, and like he still has the Cyphria, right? It's so hilarious. I hate Elder Dragon. Like Elder Dragon doesn't even appear in this hand or on the board, but it is Elder Dragon who's causing this.
I remember the days back then, like in the foundations
then.
of Runeterra, where everyone said, "Why do you play Metron? Why does this card exist? This is so bad." Yeah, not these
I mean,
days.
we had TLC back then, where we
It came
summoned
later.
Watcher. Yeah, true. Yeah, in Foundations.
But to be honest, I'm not even sure how much Elder Drake does for this deck, because I mean, of course we are playing Elder Drake,
it enables the combo.
but
like-
this combo is... it enabled Haisho, I forgot about Haisho, because most of this deck is basically Demacia, and you can
Yeah,
play
that's true.
Mage in Demacia, but you cannot play Mage in Demacia.
Yeah, but
with
Heisho makes a big part. Yeah.
Yeah, Heisho is quite important here. And this is another very quick game. It's very contrary to the first series we saw, but we are already on a 1-1 score and smoothly hopping into the final match. And after this one, we will know the second competitor in the finals next week. Oh, triple Bakai.
Purple Bakai is not the worst.
It's not, yeah, it's not the worst, but also arguably not the best. And let's see another predict. Like
We
the
have
Echo is flipped.
Zillion.
Echo is flipped. That won't be the issue.
I mean, let's say it like this: if Kaizen does
Do we
not
play
find
aggro? Hold on.
time
Do
bomb,
we just go for a full aggro? Do we just spam one drops now?
I
With
mean,
another feline and so many predicts, we can just go for I think we just aggro. We just aggro.
Honestly, yes, that's what you do, yeah. But we have Zillion. And with
There's
some
Zillion.
luck, we get the Bomba. Please?
Do we get the bomb? We do get the bomba. There is the time bomb.
Okay, this is gonna be a game.
This is go. Oh.
This is gonna be a game. I can already see it.
This is going to be one of those, yeah. Oh my goodness. So the attack coming through from Kaizen. Kaizen, of course, knowing that he's going to draw a time bomb, not trading into a 2-1 unit, but already lowering the health of a drop border. Jinx is there, and Jinx will be flipped quite soon, especially because Robomaster can choose a lot of cards in destroying.
Well.
Spirit Fire as well. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. For both sides. Having drop border cat.
Both sides have so good hands.
Mm.
Juicy. Mistake shot maybe not
Although
the
I'm
best here.
pretty sure Robomaster isn't too happy right now.
No.
Oh, you think he's not happy? Wait for it. I wonder if Kaizen knows about the AK-47 combo that I involved. But for that one, you need Roof Bond.
Time trick, right? With time trick we have sorry for interrupting, but with time trick we have Jinx flip next turn.
Yeah, but you have no board.
We have no board indeed, but we have a Jinx.
And that's a Zillion flip as well.
Okay, so...
It's turn 4, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like turn 4 Zillion flip faces potential turn 5 Jinx flip. What a game!
They both are excited to play it. What am I supposed to tell you?
Yeah, but yeah. I think while Robomaster gets excited maybe about the Jinx here, Kaizen will be the one to stay excited. And
another Zillion?
I mean, another Jinx that also ensures a flip. Taking 4, both players now on 13 HP, but one player with a considerably larger hand, I must admit.
Notify the right of negation. Only good choices for Kaizen.
Oh, what a game. Jinx flips, gets the rocket. But the Zillion, like the Zillion value will come through next turn. And that, like, Kaizen is so gonna outgrind this game. I mean, yeah, sure, like, Robo draws 2. Good job. Zillion
Honestly,
creates a
Robomaster
billion cards.
Robomaster is still going close to the lethal. With the rocket now, rocket next turn. Also forcing Zillion block, potentially. We develop a unit, obviously, but still. There is a potential for him. We don't have the 3.
Indeed. Not
Wait, can we
too
update the
much
score?
healing ahead right now.
It is not 0-0.
Also, we have shuffled like 3 crystals. That's...
Just giving up Zillion because another one.
Another one. Indeed,
Okay,
but
there it
also
is.
there's no echo. There's no echo
So,
yet.
what are
and-
we now, pink, Kaizen? Okay. That is -1 Jinx.
-1 Jinx indeed.
2 mana kill a champion? We like those.
Quietus in the old days.
And now we heal.
I mean, Quietus was just 1 mana, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it killed Galio, it killed Heimerling, it was so horrible. We have Clockling and Echo, we can only play one of those.
I would go for Clockling.
I would
We
go
go for Clockling.
Clockling, draw Chipper.
Okay.
Oh,
Chipper.
yeah.
The
Robomaster
ratio is
agrees
starting to
with
go
the
down on
3 analysts
predicts.
here at the desk. The Echo flips. And Kaizen will start to stabilize. heal and summon a Spriteling. Goes to 7 HP, and every turn from now on will make Robo's life even harder.
There we go. Blooming Bud.
Ah,
Double Blooming Bud? Why not?
yeah, I kind of like the Blooming Bud.
I would not mind Blooming Bud.
Let's go, Blooming Bud.
Sadly,
only
we cannot
thing-
use the Notify.
The only relevant card from the Lilia package.
Okay, now we get
No,
to see
don't
some
make her that
crystals, right?
dirty.
No crystals yet.
And we take a time trick. That's correct. And now the question is, do we play another landmark? Or do we just accelerate and play the Talia now?
I would say we
I'm
wait until he's done
kinda
with
afraid
attack.
of dying this turn. We'll probably just... Yes, do it like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, just developing Uchrona Break. We see here, and there's no one notifying Kaizen's hand.
If Zillion survives, there is a very interesting line for next turn. But let's see if we get that far. Not sure if he knows about the double blooming, but
But even with double blooming bud, we could be in danger here. Because if we draw like one crystal from the predict, we are getting rocket plus crystal.
okay, but what?
Let's see. Rocket and no crystal. Maybe another predict to get crystal next turn. But yeah.
I mean, we have burst healing, so there is nothing like that happening.
Yes, next turn we won't be able to kill. So we have to kill this turn. Which means Kaizen could deny like one more chance to get the crystal. But yeah.
I mean, there is no way Echo strikes here, right?
I mean, I would definitely try to.
I mean, there is
block
no
this
way he's
Echo
gonna let Echo strike, right? Yeah.
But actually a pretty close game. If we draw like one crystal, Robomaster wins this one.
It depends how greedy Kaizen's gonna go. Because
I mean,
he's gonna...
if we would have drawn one of the three crystals we shuffled until now, right? Because Kaizen is definitely winning next turn. But actually,
honestly,
is
not
he?
really. I don't think...
Because you kinda want to go for healing proactively, but then you can double up the landmark with Talia.
You not even Talia. You can stack Reconstructor. You can stack this effect. Okay. So we go for burst healing instead of double healing, but with one action.
Well, we can still get a lot of burn damage here with one action. So actually, Kaizen might lose this one.
Yeah, I think he should have went for the double
we basically
healing
need to
instead
find
of
one
one.
burn spell, and we have it. We
Yeah.
have Mystic
Yeah,
Shot
it's a
into...
Mystic
Oh no,
Shot.
we don't get Jinx Rocket because of the blooming
And we
bud
can still
thingy.
lethal, no?
Ah, yes, because of the sleep. That's what Mid Cappuccino was pointing out earlier. Jinx does not generate a rocket because she woke up.
Exactly. If he sleeps now, there is no rocket for future.
Yeah, and Kaizen is looking to
Okay.
implement that
Was
effect
this
once
game
again,
already
and
over?
Kaizen wins the game.
Maybe.
And this is a 2-1, right? We didn't update the score, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think Kaizen.
Oh yes, it was
Yeah.
game 3.
It was game 3, and Kaizen wins against Robomaster, owns him, and Robomaster's getting handed down from first spot, from the first place in the group's stage, is now on the third line, where no other than Newman awaits him.
I have to say the Echo Jinx is not serving Robomaster well today. Those
No,
draws,
the Echo.
those draws are
It-
complete atrocious.
I mean, he did draw well. We have to give him that, but
Oh, no,
Tyson drew better.
I don't think you can say the
Honestly,
draw in
I'm
that
gonna
one.
say this is this. It's the issue with Jinx. As much as they like them in Arcane, each other, they hate each other in Runeterra. I'm saying it.
That is a beautiful reference. And that being said, we are halfway through the tournament. We have seen huge bangers so far, and there are more to come. So grab a drink, and we'll be back very soon.
Yes.
We are back. Hello, we are halfway through the triangle bracket, and what a clash it was. We got so exciting and close matches so far. We couldn't have wished for more, couldn't we?
I mean,
indeed.
Robomaster got a little bit unlucky,
Maybe a
but
little bit.
he still has 2 more chances in case he loses now. He still has 1 more chance. So he's surely gonna make it, right?
We will see. Let's take a look at the bracket and see where we currently are. Almost all matches have been played. We only have 2 more matches coming up in this triangle bracket, and we see it here. Robomaster faces Newman, and the loser of that match will have another chance in the Aphrodite corner match against Van Doherty. And you can really feel the pressure rising right now because the bracket is tightening and tightening more and more. But who's gonna make it? That is the question. 3 players are already eliminated. We can see it at the bottom. Vat, Lava, and Synergy are out. Yeah, we've passed the halfway point, but for these players, it's still all or nothing. Who is gonna qualify? Robomaster, Newman, and Van Doherty are battling for the remaining 2 spots in the finals.
Let's see what they brought up. I mean, we have seen
Yeah.
Robomaster lineup already, but
Yeah,
we did
quite a
not
few
see
times.
what Newman brought.
Yeah, so let's take a look at Newman's decks. And here the lineup in total, we can also see here that he finished second in the same group as Robomaster. And he's bringing Misfortune, Twisted Fate, Jinx, Lulu, Echo, Celia. So while he has, while none of the decks are duplicates from Robo's decks, we are seeing 2 very similar lineups.
Indeed, we are. Yes, both the standard like double aggro plus Echo Jinx. It's always kind of confusing for me that we are running Echo Jinx with 2 aggro lineups because Echo Jinx tends to have some different matchups than aggro decks normally have. But it is so strong that you can like afford to run one deck that does not really fit your lineup that well. But
The thing is, you can run Echo deck as a light control deck. You can run down your opponent. This deck does similar like Kane Aatrox. It does everything, but not everything good. So yeah, you can put it into double aggro lineup.
yes, indeed.
Then we have the Misfortune Twisted Fate, right?
Pirate aggro.
I have to say, I'm still questioning why people ran Twisted Fate over Neela. I understand it before, but since Neela release, I feel like Neela fits this playstyle way more than TF. Yeah, she gives you Slipstream to draw, and she also almost always hits Nexus, because Brash keyword on turn 2, there's not many units that can block you, so... Yeah.
Indeed, so let's take a look at the second deck, which is also very aggressive. We're having the Jinx Lulu here. Quite standard list. Nothing too fancy here. Yeah, maybe the Bomber Twins are worth pointing out. They generate the landmark, which sometimes, very rarely, is something useful, but most of the time it's just additional discard fodder. I have been seeing Ballistic Bot in discard aggro lately, and I would like your opinion on that. What? Yeah, Armageddon. Did you see the list? I think Yuna is playing that most famously.
Wait, what list again? The Lulu Jinx?
Yeah.
Yes.
Generally, like discard aggro is playing Ballistic Bot in some lists, and you know, it has the same purpose as Bomber Twins, but you have the option to just play it for 1 burn, but you are generating yeah, discard fodder each turn. So yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on this card in the context of discard aggro.
I mean, Bomber Twins as baseline 2 more attack, and like a 1-3 stat lines isn't something you want to normally have in aggro lists that you have with the ballistic bot. So ballistic bot in general is just a bit slower than Bomber Twins, and if you think about it and think you don't really want to discard multiple ignitions, because also we are not discarding as much in this deck, and if we want to discard stuff, we want to discard like Jury Wig or Chompers, which means we probably don't need the extra value from Ballistic Bot and just decide to go a bit faster.
Yeah, there is many variations on how to play Lulu Jinx, and this is probably the aggroist from all of them, because this is the go wide turn 3, turn 4, just like Nila TF does, and then you just buff them with Spirit Portal, which I don't really like. I'm playing more of Jinx Lulu with the Mecha Yordles and Mariam that I recently found out that is really good for this deck. But yeah, we go white, we buff them with Spirit Portal, and then we burn them down with Jinx, Pokestick, and Excited. That is the game plan of this one.
And let's see the third deck, which is like in the lineup of Robomaster, an Echo deck that is not entirely aggro. We see Echo Severe here. Playing the Severe as a one-off is an interesting choice. We also see that it is, you know, just the Echo Shurima deck. Like Echo Jinx, but it's not Jinx, it's not a Zillion, it is a Severe in this case. What do you think of this choice?
I can tell you exactly why he did this. It was because of the Aphrodite League ban restrictions. I'm 100% sure, because you play one of Sivir, so you can potentially play a Sivir deck if you want. And you keep Zillion for Talia Zillion, and you keep Jinx for some other discard Jinx aggro. And this list, you can run this list without those 2 champions, as we are about to see.
Yeah, like hopefully we are going to see that. Yeah, so let's see the lineups and think about bans. I kind of know this top row from somewhere, and we are once again.
I'm afraid that I'm gonna completely miss this one.
Yeah, it's quite weird. I'm not too familiar in the aggro lineup, into aggro lineup matchup. So, but I think Pirate aggro has a lot of capabilities in sense of defense. It's probably my pick for like as a band from Robomaster. I'm quite unsure about Newman. My first initial thought is kind of Anygen.
I feel like Jin Annie is the deck that you want to face. I feel like they are both gonna ban Echo. I feel like they're gonna both ban Echo, because the one says I'm gonna ban Echo, but no. What if he bans my Echo? I cannot face these 2 decks with I cannot face Echo with these 2 decks, so I'm just for sure gonna ban Echo, you know? And the other one does the same. So I think it's gonna be double Echo ban.
Okay. Yeah, I think to be honest, I'm gonna completely disagree with you here, and I'm just gonna go for Anygen and Pirate aggro. Now it would be very funny if the bans are Poppy Six and Jinx Lulu.
Oh no. Okay.
Right.
my face is wandering around the, the lineups.
My bad, my bad.
And yeah, it
Now we
is
have it.
completely fine. And now we're gonna reveal who is the mind reader here in this case. Of course, the bands that are actually coming through in our predictions doesn't need to be correct. It is just predicting about the choice of the players, and both of us were right with one pick.
Oh no. Only one? Oh. Okay.
But it seems like it will take a bit until the game start.
And in the meantime, we can once again predict the final score of this match, and I think we can agree that it's going to be a 2-1. But who is going to be favored in this 2-1?
What are the bands again?
Oh, you see it on your screen.
We have Echo Jinx ban for Newman and Roomasa ban the Misfortune TF.
Yeah, so we have Anygen and Poppy 6 from Robomaster facing Jinx, Lulu, and Echo Stevia, which is basically only an Echo deck because it's a one of Stevia. Yeah, from Newman, and while thinking about it, I give it to Robomaster again.
I'm sorry, but I'm saying that the Robomaster is gonna have to play one more.
You think? Oh, you think he's tilted?
It's first of all, it's the mental play a little bit, but second of all, I think Echo just is really good into aggro. Like drop orders are way too strong. So yeah.
Ooh, that is okay. So you are leaning to 2-1 for Newman, and what is Armageddon? Guessing.
I guess. I think I'm giving it to. I think I'm giving it to Newman. It's kind of close. I'm a big fan of the not any Jinx. Lulu Jinx
Anygen,
list.
yeah. Oh.
I'm a big fan of Lulu Jinx. I think this is one of the best aggro decks who could be playing. Also, Echo Zivia can be very good against aggro.
Yeah.
If you would find like drop borders and stuff like that.
Also,
or maybe
one
crystals.
thing that I learned is by playing Ginny, the deck really doesn't like to face another aggro. The deck wants to play like combo or control decks. You don't like unit wide boards. So, yeah.
Oh, can we hop into the game?
The players
not yet.
Mark? Not yet.
Mm.
Robomaster, yeah. Robo is trying to collect probably some mental here after losing 2 matches on stream too. Yeah. It's let's see.
I don't know why, but the Robomaster is in a friend challenge for me. What is my man doing?
He is in yeah. We are starting the game.
There we go.
We are in game. My Wi-Fi is just trolling me all day. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Just
Okay, after a bit of waiting, we are in game and we are on turn 1.
Yeah. So we see Poppy 6 facing the Echo deck, and once again, do not be confused by the name of Newman. Yeah, he is playing on the Aphrodite Esports account. We gave him the account to play on EMEA.
Can we tell Newman that he should allow me to spectate?
Here we go. So, the two of us gave the 2-1 favor to Newman. I gave the favor to Robomaster. I believe in him. I believe in the anti-momentum. And let's see, who do you give it for this first game of this decisive match?
The first game, I mean, RoboMaster looks really good. We cannot yet see Newman's hand, but this full board with Poppy on attack token next will be able to efficiently trade a lot of units. Oh, this quicksand is really sweet for Newman.
That is really strong, but also he's on a turn where he doesn't have like chrono break access, and trading your board this early could be hard to deal with that. But it's not like RoboMaster has more fuel as well.
We are not attacking. This is interesting.
Not attacking is a wild choice.
Interesting indeed. Would also be interesting to see the hand of Newman, but he sadly has spectate. And disallowed,
Also
we are
not
working on that.
developing more unit. It's a quite interesting choice here. I wonder
there
why he
seems
wasn't
to-
developing last turn. Did he threaten another? I think he threatens further if he doesn't develop there. So, but I don't think that's something Human plays around.
Losing one Spiderling? I don't think you care about that.
Right here, we are at a very good spot from RoboMaster's point of view. We traded down the board of Newman.
That is indeed a
Newman
good
does not have
spot.
access to Chrono Break.
Oh, here we go. Soon we are gonna see the Echo Hand.
Let's see.
And there's voices.
Has voices, but not too many units in hand until now, and also no echo yet.
Oh, I'm a little bit too late. Red is doing the funny where I'm spectating one turn late.
I think it will catch up in with time, but I'm not.
I hope so.
Yeah, it usually does.
And we see the Poppy Champ spell in hand, which is fairly interesting because it's really good removal into the Echo Jinx list. Just bouncing the units back on deck instead of
Not having
instead of
Echo is
removing them.
devastating. And we are also saying no to Sivir. That is the Echo. 10 out of 4! 10 out of 4 level up. That is crazy.
Yeah, but the Echo is just not showing up.
He is about to come. For the next turn.
The question is if
Hope-
next turn is early enough.
Hopefully he chose it. Yeah, the problem is that he's 100% open attacking here, so... Yeah.
But
Also my
Newman
bad.
is
It's
still
11.
on 20 HP until this point.
Also not activating voices. Oh, this is so unlucky for Newman. And so good for RoboMaster. But it's not like we cannot recover. We are still Echo deck. Once Echo gets rolling, it's hard to stop.
Indeed, but we lost our whole board to survive.
Yeah.
And Echo without board is a bit weaker.
I mean, we have to save voices with Quicksand. Or we just block like that and fully Quicksand the burp, the 1-drop.
We are deciding not to quicksand here, which is kinda interesting. I'm not sure if there's like good keywords we can remove in this deck, so you're always kinda just quicksanding for damage.
Yeah, you don't Quicksand for keywords, that's true.
But keeping
Yeah, I think-
quicksand means we threaten a card in hand, which which Robomaster has to play around.
Mm. Now he knows that it's not the right, because we would always right the decimate.
Yes.
And there is a full board again.
Although
just-
actually there could be an argument for keeping Riot for Fervor, because Fervor can deny the echo draw,
Oh, that's true. Just like the Pookie.
just like
Oh,
the
no.
Pokey Stick.
And now we are in kind of a trouble. I wonder if we ever shoot the Poro Slot here. Oh wait, no, he doesn't get buffed by Poppy, my bad. So we can keep Mystic Shot for Poro Slot during the attack. And I guess that's why he kept the
Actually,
Quicksand, because now he can save
be buffed
Echo.
by Poppy if we pre-commit the Brother's Bond, but we probably won't pre-commit Brother's Bond. No, we don't. And this looks like lethal to me.
No, you don't.
Oh,
I
actually,
mean, you
we
can
have
survive. You can
Quicksand.
survive. But then Brother's Bond comes down, so
Yeah.
you don't survive.
So that's a fast first game for Robomaster, beating.
Yep. And now Brother's Bond and GG. That echo was way too slow. Also, 11 out of 4 predicts before he flips. He did not want to be part of the team in this one.
No.
And if your entire deck revolves around just the Echo and you don't draw him, you have a problem. And Newman just faced this exact issue and is now set on sweeping the series, but Robomaster for the third time in a row wins his first game.
Can
But will
he
he
finish it up? Can he
but-
do that?
Yeah, can he win a second one? That is the question as we move on into the second game.
Tom.
Jean Annie into Echo. I'm just gonna call it Echo because one of Sivir. That does not make a point for me to call her out.
Yeah. I
Having
really
Cat on one is probably the best thing you can have in aggro matchups. Yeah. Drop Horror instead of Cat.
I mean, the 1-3 stat line is always great into aggro. Just blocking 2 1 HP units twice, or being able to block any in this case.
Oh, now every Echo is gonna come, right? We already have one. Other one could be predicted.
Let's see.
Okay, Aspiring Chronomancer, keeping mana for Scrying Sense. Another Echo prediction. He's really feeling sorry. But
And
we are
do
we
not
are gonna
have
take the
enough
voices.
mana to level Echo next turn. At least not with those cards. Because I think we need... Oh, we actually
Yeah.
need 3 more predicts, right?
He can still roll the 0 cost predict. Also, not having leveled Echo on 4 with the attack token, that is hurting a lot.
It.
Also interesting blocking line here. I think you give up Scrying Sense and hope for a level up Echo Predict. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Now you can swing with leveled Echo. Theoretically. Theoretically. Not speaking of the fervor in the hand of Robomaster.
This fervor is gonna do a lot here.
Yeah.
But the issue is if you are using fervor on your defensive turn instead of developing by shooting a unit, you're still losing one of your units, and all those units we see here are units you don't want to lose.
That is true, but...
And we are losing a lot of tempo, like... The Echo already kinda did his job by shuffling the chrono breaks.
Yeah, that's true, but
And we will
yet you are
still do
still
that,
forced to do this. Like,
but
you
it
cannot let
kinda
this go.
hurts as well.
Also, we still had, like... Every predict turn there was Echo. Let's see if he still comes, so... But I think this time you just want to opt for voices or just the chrono break itself. Even though the chrono break itself with this board state doesn't do that much, it's still not bad.
The problem is that our units don't really take good trades here.
Any level is very important in aggro matchup.
I mean, if you look at this board state right here, we can see that this Tibbers is killing like 3 units on his own.
And there is voices but no chrono break. We really need the chrono break. I mean, yeah, that unit is basically dead, so also can just chump block with it.
So that's the turn where we probably see Tibbers come down, removing 2 units, or maybe we see him next turn actually, because then we get... I probably expect Tibbers this turn.
There is a Tibbers this turn, for sure.
Because we are removing 2 units here with this Tibbers, and we have a good blocker for this attack. And next turn we can probably open attack into Decimate.
You cannot even attack on Newman's side here. Yes, exactly. There is an Echo, not predicted, just skipped. Or maybe he stacked him before, but I'm not sure, was not paying attention. Decimate and a 1-drop against Echo. That's 2, 4, 5. That's lethal.
We are taking...
That is a spell lethal. You don't even have to attack with the unit.
Using Decimate first, means Echo does not get to draw.
Yeah, that is just a skill spell lethal.
And that means that Robos actually made it this time. Made it a 2-0. And now finally redeemed himself and is moving to the finals.
The Jin Annie actually made a better job than I expected in this. But
Indeed.
yeah, well played. 2-0 Robomaster.
I think we have not seen Echo winning a game until now today. This time it got banned from Newman, so Robomaster was able to win. But I'm afraid if Newman didn't ban Robomaster, we would have seen Robomaster didn't ban Echo Jinx. We would have seen Robomaster lose on this deck again. Let's see.
Yeah,
but we
you
are
right.
going into a short break, and we will see you.
And then we will be back with the Aphrodite corner match.
See you soon.
See you.
Go. And welcome back to the very last match of the Triangle Bracket, the corner match, where we arrive now. It is the final edge of the triangle, where the two remaining players meet with one last step between them and the finals, but also only one last step between them and elimination. Our remaining competitors, Newman and Van Doherty, they both marched through the bracket, taking wins, taking losses, but here in the corner of the structure, only one can advance to the finals. And I'm excited to see who it will be. Here's the bracket. The triangle has done its work. Yeah, we filtered out the hesitant, the unlucky, the unprepared Robomaster. We definitely fits the unlucky category after the matches we have seen. And our final duel of the day will be Newman versus Van Doherty, two veterans of the league, but only one can make it to the finals and join Lunaya, Kaizen, and Robomaster.
Exactly. It's kind of confusing for me because I usually see Van Doherty always being on the top, and now he's like on the bottom. But that is true. He's not like out. It's still he's still about to make it if he wins. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe Newman takes it.
And two very interesting facts at that point. First, if Van Doherty wins, our opening match next week will be Lunaya versus Van Doherty in the finals.
Once again.
Second of all, in the very first season of the Aphrodite League in the Winter Dawn, Van Doherty was in the same spot. He was in the Aphrodite corner match. I think even against VOD. And VOD made last place after that, and Van Doherty went on and won the league. This just shows how much impact the corner match has. The winner of this upcoming match can still wear the crown next week. But yeah, the loser is eliminated for good. No more second chances. Every mistake can be your last in the league, as there's no more elimination bracket too.
Yep. I wish both of them luck, and let's take a look on the decks. I would say.
Yeah, let's take a look at the decks. We already saw Newman with also a similar lineup to Robomaster, to Pure Aggro, one Echo, and now Van Doherty is bringing the most mid-range lineup you could possibly think of. Aphelios, Victor, Nasus, Fresh, Jax, Ornn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that we are talking about Aphelios Victor as a mid-range deck, because mostly when you see those two, it's like kind of control-y. But Van Doherty made this as a overwhelming mid-range deck, yeah, with a little bit of burn.
Indeed. We can take a look at the Jax on list first.
Oh, my bad.
We are seeing like Jax on as we have seen it countless times. This is the version with Everosen Outriders, an Allegiance card, which shows this deck is basically a pure Freljord deck. The only non-Freljord card we are playing is Jax and Fishfight, I think.
Yes.
And yes, otherwise pretty standard list. I really like Wildclaw Ferocity as a 2-off in this deck. I think this is probably one of my favorite cards in Jax on. Maybe I would even say it's the only redeeming quality of this deck. I hate playing against this, but I really like 2-off Wildclaw Ferocity. One of Buried in Ice can be very crucial against Elder Dragon matchups.
I can say the same. Also, I'm kind of missing one of Battle Fury. I don't know why. I feel like one Battle Fury fits this so well.
The Recorex tech. Battle Fury kind of does a similar thing to Wildclaw Ferocity.
I mean, Recorex tech would be free.
Yes, that
Battle
would
Fury.
be free Battle Fury. I mean, it kind of depends what you want to face. If you're expecting a bit more like Ionia style decks, then Battle Fury gets a lot worse. Wildclaw Ferocity also in those matchups also kind of bad. But Jax on in general not too good into the Ionia style matchup, so you're losing anyways probably.
Yes, that's correct.
Let's see. I would take a look at the next deck as well. So we are looking at Nasus Fresh, a deck I haven't seen in a long time. But
Nessus Thresh, yeah. The good old classic, as some people would say. We are just stacking the Nasus with our own units. We are not gonna kill enemies. We are gonna kill ourselves just to make our Nasus big. And then maybe OTK, maybe not with the Atrocity.
yes. And our last deck is the Aphelios Victor with...
Yeah, I already kind of leaked this one on... yeah, I missed it. But as I said, Aphelios Victor usually is like glorious evolution, a little bit control. But Vendorti said no. No, I'm gonna play Augment Aggro and overwhelm with Aphelios weapons.
Indeed. This is a pretty all-in on the Victor. At some spot where we also have like Neandroid as a second win condition.
Also Ballistic Bot is in.
The Ballistic Bot as well with overwhelm equipment from Aphelios. So we have a few units that will get very big, but we are not going wide with like Winding Light, which is also an approach to take. Instead we are going tall on some units with Expanse Protection and triple Targonian Tailstones.
Exactly, and then a couple of burn to finish up, and Howling Gale as like removing key units like Echo and Echo decks. So
yes. Overall, I would say like the Vendorti lineup is pretty screwed if we would play against triple hard control, that like Ionia control basically, like Luna's lineup basically.
I mean, I don't think there is a singular Jax enjoyer when he sees Ionia. I don't think he has a happy time.
But again, against everything else, it's pretty good, I would say. And that's like the thing about coherent lineups, where we know what our bad matchups are and we can ban them.
They both have good chances with their lineups. It's not like it's one-sided lineup.
Yes. We can take a look at the bans, I would say. Because here we are not seeing Ionia, we are kind of seeing the opposite of Ionia. The triple... I'm kind of afraid to call it triple aggro. It's always the easiest to call this triple aggro lineup, but Echo Sivir isn't really an aggro deck. It's kind of in between aggro and combo.
I would say you can call it like a setup aggro, because there is two different type of aggro, right? The go wide, burn down, and then the setup like Jinx Lulu and Echo, where you prepare your big attack and then you have the one big swing and burn down.
Yes.
So I would allow you to call Echo a aggro deck.
Okay, that makes it way easier. Then I can call this lineup the triple aggro lineup in the future.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we thinking about bans mid-gap? Do you have something in mind that would look bannable here?
I mean, I don't think you want to face... I don't think you want to face Nasus Trash as Newman, so I think he bans that. But from Vendorti POV, I would ban... Actually, the Jinx Lulu.
The Jinx Lulu.
I fully agree with your takes here. On the one hand, Nasus Fresh is very happy about the cheap units that both Pirate Aggro and Jinx Lulu is providing. and Vendorti can just farm there, so it's definitely the ban from Newman. And I also agree with Jinx Ludo, as it's arguably the fastest and most aggressive deck, and historically mid-range hates fast and aggressive on the very early turns, because they want to set up
Yes.
some sort of engine. You know, the Jax need some time, the Ornn needs some time, Aphelios Victor needs some time to set up, and Newman will be able to harass Vendorti with the Pirate Aggro, but I think those are the bans that will come through.
Okay. You both agree, and I can tell you are both wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the classic. The classic.
That classic. But it's
Okay.
interesting to see it like that.
And we
We
can go
went
into
with
the game right
Victor
now
Aphelios.
because the players have already started.
The players have already started, and we see Jinx Ludo
Yeah,
facing Nasus Fresh, and yeah, maybe like those are the two decks we predicted to get banned, right?
Oh, look at those stat lines. That would make me pretty sad. 3-2 trading into 2-1 and 4-3 into a 3-2.
This is so sad. If that would have happened. But
This
yeah,
looks-
I wonder. I mean, you don't have the trash as Vendorti, which is the reason why I would have banned this deck.
Oh. This is
But no
brutal.
problem. We go wider than Jinx in the.
Yeah,
in
that is
early turn.
exactly why I would have banned the Nasus Fresh. Like those boards, especially with the saplings here, you guys can just remove so many threats.
Yes, saplings are devastating for this matchup. Even though we are kinda running out of juice, we have the glimpse.
And we get to use it at a very good spot.
Another Clemson atrocity. That is not what we want.
And if
But
we
it's not
get
the end of the world.
Nasus, this Nasus will be kinda stacked already.
I think he's already like 8-8.
But
Oh,
if he comes-
the trash right on the spot.
Yeah, Thresh is going to make a pretty big difference here in this game, and now Newman can decide for a Mecha Yordle.
Oh, the Yadulski choice.
And we decided
He did
for
not-
the board
He did
buff.
not go for the Yadulski dog.
I mean, regardless what he picks, it will be pretty hard to get through this trash here.
Dealing with his entire lineup is not easy to deal with trash, yeah.
But when Dottie did not play the Fresh, which means we are missing out on one slain unit,
Yeah.
but he kept his options open, which is probably better.
I mean, we're just setting up Trump Thatcher for Newman, and I think Vendorti can he can sniff it, yet he doesn't go for it. Okay.
So the problem is Newman has a
doesn't really make a
really big
difference,
board
does it?
and a strong board, but when Dottie has a full board as well.
Yeah, I was about to say that Trump doesn't even make a difference for Vendorti.
And if he trade this board up, even if when Doherty loses all his units, he's not taking any damage, and Fresh
He
levels
doesn't
up.
want to. He doesn't want to pull here with Trash because then he's in get excited range, and he knows that Trash is kind of like his only play he's doing right now with this hand.
Yes.
Let's see how Newman is gonna
Ooh,
attack
Newman
in here.
is not playing into the Fresh level up, decides
Okay.
to do
So
nothing
this is
here.
gonna be the pass aggro on turn 10 or what?
The problem is I don't think Newman outscales Vendorti if he just passes.
Vendorti just has to wait for Nasus level, and then the -1 is more devastating than everybody assumes.
and the question is if we pass again, because the board state kinda hasn't changed at all here.
Yeah, Newman said I had it off.
We are bringing Fresh down to 3 HP.
Yeah,
Which
we are
means
gonna
he
draw
is in
here,
getting
right?
sighted range.
There is the Nasus and 11. 11, my friend.
And it's 11 is kinda big enough. That means Newman has to block that Nasus, or else he dies to Atrocity next turn. Or the turn after that, I mean. Actually,
And
he
then-
dies this turn to Atrocity if he doesn't block it. So
I mean,
he definitely
we have the
loses one
Atrocity
unit,
online, yeah.
and then everything else is debuffed.
The question is, do you actually swing with Nasus first here?
I mean, what
You
is the
swing
alternative
before
to...
Trash, that's for sure, because then Trash survives the hook.
Oh, yes.
But do you want to swing before all your other units? I would say no.
Oh, because he... I think you swing before, because the damage Nasus deals doesn't matter at this point, because you die to 2 Nasus hits.
Okay, no, he's
Anyways.
doing it the way that I was saying, yeah. Oh, he's not even swinging, okay. This is the classic Nasus swing. Stacked Nasus at the end. Nothing fancy. And there is the excited on Trash. Do we hate Spike or do we glimpse? What are we
I
doing,
think you
Dorothy?
glimpse here. There's no target we really want to hit Spike.
Mm.
And more options in hand is pretty good most of the time.
And you are not even gonna overdraw, so yeah. Or nothing, okay. I hate predicting what players are gonna do.
Just nothing.
Oh wait, it's Atrocity. Oh, that's why.
Oh yes, because Nasus
Yeah,
goes to
60.
60.
Oh! Not the terror!
Atrocity next turn. How unfortunate.
Yeah, you're gonna survive one more turn. Setting up a devastating open attack. Yeah, very enjoyable game. big Nasus, Atrocity or Nexus. Fun.
But we kinda expected it. I mean, you
Yeah,
both
that is
wanted
the reason why I wanted to ban it.
Human to ban the Nasus Fresh. But I'm pretty sure the Victor Aphelios is pretty bad for our aggro lineup as well. So, probably understandable.
You know
Yeah,
what
and
I
then-
just saw? I think he went for the classic, I ban this, I lose into this, and then I 2-0 this one. I think that's why.
And now Vendoshi is leading the series. And yeah, the question is now, with the Jax Orin, he has to win once against the 2 aggressive decks that we've seen. And what do you mulligan when everything's on the line? Like, he's 1 game away from finals.
He's 1 game away from finals.
I mean, it's not like this deck auto loses to aggro. Overwhelm is still really good into aggro.
And we do have some healing here with the Forge Chief, which is good.
Yeah, I
And
would
we
say it
have-
depends on how greedy Newman gets, and if he plays into Buried in Ice or not.
I'm really curious if you decide to block with Jax here. That would be
I think you give him up.
interesting. We decide to keep Jax, which means we we progress our own win condition better.
Okay. Dog over healing.
Dog is pretty decent here if Newman decides to
Ooh.
block Dog. We have the Sky Splitter set up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, we get our free buffs. And free damage in this
Okay.
case as well.
But now we have Lulu and Chomper.
We have Lulu, Chomper, and Bird. Oh no, we played Juririk. This is better. And this
With
is
Spirit Portal. Yeah, this is what
the
I
Lulu
meant
Jinx
earlier.
special. Just open attacking and winning the game on turn 4.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of Jinx Lulu. You just go board wide very fast, and just like Nila TF, and then you either finish or not.
Okay, this was... I think this was the quickest
It was probably the
game for
quickest game
today.
Yeah, that was probably the quickest game we've ever had.
You love turn 4 finish, don't you? Everybody likes it.
It is what Jinx Lulu does, and now we are set up for the final game of today. No matter what, Jax Orn against Echo Sevier, and the victor will move on to finals.
And this one could get really interesting if it gets to the do I freeze and kill Echo, or do I freeze and let him survive Echo part. Otherwise, I think Vendorti is favored. Very. If he finds his early game, which he kinda did not.
I mean, we probably have enough early... Oh, we multi White Claw Ferocity. Let's see. This is actually kinda slow for Vendort here. He would really want to have probably a Jax top deck here. Jax top deck
Jack's
would be
top deck would be really good.
pretty sweet.
Another healing. Healing is not the worst, you know? Like, healing is okay.
Healing is kinda fine-ish, but the problem is Echo Jinx. At least if you draw Echo, which we have here, on curve leveled, then Echo Jinx doesn't really need to win through Nexus damage.
He does not have the turn 4 Echo Swing, so it's a little bit slower than usually. And we have Troll Chant for the Echo. This is gonna get interesting. Pain or Pain? And we
decided
go for the Impact.
to have Part of Pain.
A Tough or Impact?
Also interesting, I think I would pick the Clockling here, just because we are fairly low on value with this hand.
There is a Jax. A little bit too late, but yeah.
And now it's about finding the chrono breaks for Newman. Because he's losing on board because the Jax on units are just way bigger.
Yeah, your units are not dying now, so...
So I really want to find a chrono break, and actually we can block with Echo here potentially.
Yeah, potentially, and he's gonna do that,
Because
but that's gonna end up in...
+2/+2 buffs.
I wonder if we ever Troll Chant here. I don't think we do. Also, yeah, I was about to say, why did Vendorti swing with Innovative Blacksmith? He did not play around Scrying Sands at all.
This did not play around Scrying Sands indeed. But he kinda has to put some pressure on to Newman, because if Newman gets to develop his voices and then draw Chrono Break, then Dottie is in a really tough spot.
Yeah, okay, I can
and
see
he
that.
also levels Jax with this attack.
Mm.
So there are some decent arguments to attack with Jax there. We find our voices, which means if we are not forced to use Chrono Break this turn, Chrono Break will be very strong the next few turns.
Yeah, there is no freezes for Vendorti.
But we still have that Troll Chant that could kill Echo, but killing Echo here doesn't do anything since we already have the Chrono Break. So we
But
will
it
still
is
get the
it
draw.
is very annoying for Newman to use Chrono Break this turn. I think he actually lets Echo die here.
I think he uses Chrono Break. Because if you use Chrono Break, you get like one additional draw from the echo, you get your echo back.
But using it with voices is, I think, more valuable. I'm not sure. Yeah, he lets. Oh,
We will see now what he decides
we
to
did
do.
not. We did not give the clockling -2. Overwhelm weapon. Ooh. We go for quick attack. I mean, we have Saurian, so the quick attack weapon
Oh,
makes
we
sense.
find another echo. With another echo in hand.
Yeah, with another
It's
echo,
probably
you
more
don't
likely
chrono,
that
right?
we don't. Oh, we do chrono break regardless. Which is. Also, we see no interaction in hand from Vendorti. He also has no mana this turn to play any interaction, so this is kind of free card draw for Echo.
Yeah, this looks very sad. Looks very sad.
And the board is full.
I mean, it's not the worst because now he has to override one unit with voices.
Indeed. But he gets like 2 jump blockers, so he can jump block with one and override afterwards.
I think this is the... Okay. This is the part where you say, how do I swing? You know?
At least not with Jax.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jax is not gonna be part of the team. Yeah, it's only Avarosen.
It's only Avarosen, and we probably don't see any blocks here. And just take this. Oh, he goes for the Echo, which is interesting. Oh, because
My
we
man
can
said I
develop
need
another
other
one
cards.
this turn.
He really just said I need other cards. I don't need Echo. Nah, I think he's just looking for the finish open attack. Yeah. Wow.
So we do
That
have
is
the
gonna be
mana
some
for
strong
double
attack.
Absolver into Chrono Break here, so this should be lethal.
Sadly, we don't have enough mana for the top deck Buried in Ice, so this is literally just GG. There is nothing Vendorti can do with this hand.
Indeed. So, this was our second game. Yes, it's actually our third game.
It's the third game now, yeah.
I haven't updated the scores.
Yes.
So
And that means
like
Vendorti, for the very first time, will miss the finals of the Aphrodite League. 2 times champion Vendorti will not be part of the upcoming finals, while Newman conquers the corner match and steps into the finals. A finalist ready to make history. What a run.
Yeah. Congratulations to Lunaya, Kaizen, Robomaster, and Newman for qualifying.
Yeah.
Unlucky for VOD, Lava, Synergy, and Vendorti to not make it up. And good luck next time, maybe. I will be also participating next time. And yeah, what else?
Oh, when we have one spot for finals reserved already. We'll be looking into that as both first and second places, those 4 players made it into finals. Robomaster, Lunaya, Newman, and Kaizen. Those are our finalists. We've rounded the final edge with the corner match complete. The finals are set. Familiar faces are falling and new legends are rising. This is the Aphrodite League at its finest. And what was your favorite match of the day?
My favorite match was the I don't know what it was again, but it was the spicy perfect hand with Echo and the perfect hand with Talia. I think it was Robomaster Kaizen. You know, where they both had the perfect hands, but it was just not enough for Echo Jinx to burn down. That was definitely my favorite game of the day.
Of course.
Of course. Armageddon Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's yours, Flixus? What's yours?
Mine actually was the same as you. I think it was Kaizen Robomaster, where like both perfect
Okay. We lost him.
and Kaizen came out victorious, but it was close. It was legendary until the very end. The bracket delivered everything we hoped for. Upsets, dominance, heartbreak, and brilliance until the very end. Robomaster, after failing twice, we all of us expected him to just march through the finals after an impressive 5-0 run in the qualification, after dominating the group stage, ending up in first place, and now he showed some weakness. Same goes for Vendorti. Very surprising to see him here on the bottom side of the triangle. As I mentioned it earlier, he won the league twice. He is the current reigning champion of the Aphrodite League, and now only got third place in the group stage and finds himself eliminated.
I mean, everybody has a bad day, but this is a bad month, I would say.
Is a bad month, a bad season for Vendorti, indeed. But this is also the time for Lunaya to catch up in the championship, in the Aphrodite points. My bad, we renamed them due to Aegis conformity. The all-year ranking, where of course Vendorti was leading so far, but now, it might get tricky. Here we have it. We are missing the top in there. And then we can see how the current standings are. There we are. Vendorti currently leading at 265, and actually, okay, Lunaya cannot surpass Vendorti because the difference is just so big. He won the league. I think he got second in the Winter Dawn, and then Spring Dusk winner, so he is close to perfect score so far. If we look at the competitor data, we can see the histories of all players and how their scores were so far. Actually, it would also be a bit funny to take a look at the win rates.
Very funny. Yeah, I thank you very. I thank you, Flixus. Yeah.
And maybe if we expand it a bit to the bottom, we can see all players and are able to. Hold on.
I will have to work on that win rate.
You will have to work on it indeed. Now we are updated also for this triangle bracket. We sadly only see the result of the Winter Dawn here. I was intending to show everything, but you can always check out the amazing master sheet provided by Aphrodite Esports that showcases this competitor data in the full table with all results of the past seasons, where you can see Vendorti winning the Winter Dawn season, getting second in Winter Dusk, and winning again in Spring Dawn. And now Lunaya wants to reclaim the throne. Robomaster also up there, but also Kaizen, who made it to finals every single time so far, is yet to claim a crown. And I would say, that being said, the path to finals is clear now. The best have survived. Surprisingly, Vendorti seems to not be among them. Next Sunday, those four champions will collide for the final crown of the spring split in the Aphrodite League. So mark your calendars, as we will return next week. Until then, stay radiant, and remember, the Aphrodite League is where you make history. Thank you for watching.
Thank you all for watching, and yeah, see ya in the finals next week.
Bye.